Good morning. Myself Vandana Sharma, Assistant Professor CDOE, Jaipur National University welcomes you all in BCA Semester 2. Now we are working with the JavaScript and in this session we will be focusing on looping in Java. Now let's start with the session. Looping in Java. In the looping, we will be discussing the basic terminology related to the looping, what does it mean, and different ways of looping. How can you code in a different looping ways? So let's start with the session now. While statement, what does the basically looping means? Looping means repeating in a loop, one after the another. That is a loop, and we need to terminate the loop at a particular point. That point is our condition. So looping means repeatedly doing a task and number of time will be decided again with the help of the conditions, as we have done in the previous session. In the if and nested if, we give the conditions and then on the basis of condition a block of statement will be executed. When we talk about looping, in the looping also we need to give the conditions, but condition is there, your condition will be checked and the statements will be printed multiple times, and that multiple times we will define according to the condition 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. So let's start now. Looping, a while statement. Looping can be done with the help of while statement. While statement can be used for looping. While statement in the JavaScript creates a loop that executes a block of code repeatedly again and again as long as the condition is true. Specified condition is true. Suppose print 1 to 20 till the value is this, 10 times, 100 times, print all even numbers from 1 to 50, print all odd numbers between 1 to 20. So 20 and 50 are the termination condition. We will discuss about it. I'll tell you how to write all these things. All keywords we will be discussing. The condition is evaluated before the execution. First of all, condition will be executed, checked, and then only it will be executed, a block of code. While writing a program, you may encounter a situation where you need to perform an action over and over again. Okay, you have to repeat the statement which you will mention. In such situations, you would need to write loop statements to reduce the number of lines. Why looping is required? Suppose you need to write a code of statement multiple times, 10 times, 15 times you need to print a statement. So what you will do, you will write the print statement or output.inner.html 15 times, 20 times? No. To reduce the typing, to save the timing, the better way is use the looping, and we can use the while statement in the looping section. JavaScript supports all the necessary loops to ease the pressure of programming. In this chapter, we will be discuss the while loop. There are two kinds of while loops in the JavaScript. We will discuss them. Entry control loop and exit control loop. Two types of looping are there, as their name shows, entry control, exit control. The loop checks whether the looping condition is valid first and enters in the body of the loop, then execute the statements. Means before entering in the loop, first condition will be checked. If the condition is true, then your looping statements will be printed. Whatever you want to print on the screen, before that printing, condition will be checked. And in the exit control loop, the loop enters in the body and execute the loop statements without checking the condition So, first of all, statements will be executed, then the condition will be checked. So, what is the difference between entry control and exit control? In entry control loop, your statement will be printed after the condition gets checked, and in the exit control loop, once statements will be printed whether the condition is true or false. Second time condition will be checked. If the condition is false, then loop will be terminated. But for the first time, this is the drawback of the exit control loop. Your first time, one time your statement will be executed whether the condition is true or false. The most basic loops in JavaScript is the while loop, which would be discussed in this chapter. The while loop, the purpose of the while loop is to execute a statement, a code of statement repeatedly as long as expression is true. If the condition becomes false, then the loop will be terminated. Loop is terminated if the condition is false. So, we will understand this concept of looping with the help of this flowchart. Now, in this flowchart, first of all, we start with the loop. Then we have initializer. Initializer means giving values to the variable, declaring and initializing the value. So, a equals to 20. Suppose we have given the value. So, this is the declaration and initialization. Giving the name to a variable, setting the name of the variable, and the value is given to it. So, this is the declaration and initialization, both in a single statement. So, initialization will be done. Now, here you will give the condition. Okay. Then, if the condition is true, then it will enter in the loop. This is the example of while loop. So, in the while loop, if the condition is true, then only it will enter in the loop and this statement will be printed. If the condition is false, in that case, end is there is no else part given in this condition. Okay? Till the time, as long as the condition is true, your printing will be done repeatedly. Iterator, this is the iterator again going. Now the condition is true, it will come again, statement will be printed. Suppose we are printing while a is greater than or equal to 40. Till this 20 does not become 40, this statement will be printed. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, till this becomes 40. This is the loop. Your loop will be continuing till this only. Condition check for true, printing, then again repeating. How this 20 will become 40? By incrementing 1, 2, 3 at each step according to the user's condition. Suppose you need to print all the even numbers. So, you will do a equals to a plus 2. So, 20 equals to 20 plus 2. Next time 22 will be printed. Then 22 plus 2, 24 will be printed. So, it depends. This is the increment variable which will increase the value at each level and take us to the termination condition. I will write it again. A equals to 20. Then at every level a equals to a plus 2. At every step 20 value will be incremented by 2. And what is the termination condition? Till the a is less than or equals to 40. So, 20 to 40 it will be incremented by 2. and then the value will be printed 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. So in this way, we will come to the termination condition. As we have come to the termination condition, the condition is false now. When it will be 42, then condition will be false. Till 40 it will be printed. As it becomes 42, then it comes to this false part and end of the program is now finished, terminated. We will come out of the loop. So this is the, now we have just discussed the example. Now we will do it with the code now. Script type is Java. We have taken the variable output. Document dot get element by ID. Again this function. Output, this is the value will be stored in this output. Now count is right now a variable who is having the value 0 in the beginning. Now output dot inner HTML, this is for the output. This command we will be using for the output. Starting loop and then BR. First value will be printed and then we will come to the next line with the help of this BR tag. Now from here we have started the loop. Right now the value is 0 and the loop will be, this is the beginning value and this is 10 is the termination value. This is the termination value. Now output dot inner HTML plus equals to. What does it means? The value of this variable will be incremented one by one and will be stored in itself. It can be written a plus equal to 1 or you can write a equals to a plus 1. Both have the same meaning. The value of a will be added by 1 and will be stored in itself. So this value is incremented. Automatically value of a is incrementing one by one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 10 output will be printed. Now see, this is the output. 0, 1, 2, 3 till 9 it will be printed because we have less than 10. If you want 10 also to be printed, you will write less than or equal to 10 here. This equal to sign to be written there. Now in this way if we put equal sign then 10 also will be printed. This is the output. Now again the another part of looping is do while. In the do while loop we have divided the loop in two categories now. One is the condition. Do means what is to be done. While means till while is to be done. Two things are there. What is to be printed and till what time, what is the termination condition, till time how it is to be printed. So we have divided while loop in two parts. So that becomes do while. In the do while loop is similar to the while loop except that condition check happens at the end of the loop. This means that loop will always be executed at least once. So do while is the exit control loop. This is the, we discuss about two loopings. This is the exit control loops we have discussed earlier there. In the exit control loop, the condition will be checked after once the statement will be executed. And in the entry control loop, first of all condition will be checked. If the condition is true, then only you will be get into the loop and statements given will be printed. But in the exit control, condition is checked after printing. So only at least once your statements will be printed. That is the drawback, you can say, of exit control loop. So do whatever you want to do while A is less than 10. Till now the value of A will not be 10. These statements will be printed. So do is at the first level and checking of condition is at the second level. So at least once these statements will be printed. Now we can differentiate this with the help of the flow chart. While in the while loop, we start with the condition. Starting the condition, there first of all we have condition in this. We have condition in this. Then true part will be executed. Then statements are executed. Again it will go back. Again condition will be checked. It will be printed. Again condition will be checked. So we will be in this loop till now the condition does not becomes false. As soon as the condition becomes false, termination points occurs, we come to the false statement and then program is terminated. This is the while loop. Now come to the do while section. In this session, statements to be printed written here. Then we come to the loop block and then condition will be checked. Here we have written the condition. Now condition is true. Again we will be coming in this loop block. Till the time condition is true, we will be roaming in this. As condition becomes false, your program terminates. But what happened here in this session? At this starting stage, at the beginning of the program, once, at least once, depending on the condition given, your statements will be printed. The do part, what is to be done, will be printed at least one in the exit control loop. So example of exit control loop is the do while, and this is the entry control loop. Without condition checking, without checking the condition, you cannot even enter in the loop. So this is the entry part. Now see, we will discuss these loops with the help of the examples. How to give the conditions there. We have taken the variable value. Initially the value is 0. We start with do. This is the do while. Do output. This is the printing part. Printing will be done. Current value, whatever is the value, and every time this, by helping this plus equal to assignment operator, this is the increment operator. Your value will be incremented one by one. So value will be printed and then count plus plus. Count value is increased now. Then condition is checked. Count should be less than or less than 5. output.inner.html, loop is stop. This is for the false part. As soon as the condition becomes false, what is to be printed? So this is the example of, see what is the output? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is not there because we have written less than 5. If you want 5 to be printed, then it should be less than or equal to 5. Now we have another example is there in the form of flowchart, because flowchart is the pictorial presentation of data which make it easier to understand the concept. We will be having initialization there, then condition testing will be done. We will come in the body of the loop and then again we go for the checking of condition. We are in the loop again and again till 3, 4, 5 times because we have given the condition A is less than 5. So 5 times we will be in this loop. As this 5 will become 6, then we will be coming out of the loop. Now you will not get into because condition is false. Then you come here and your value will be printed, and this is for the while loop. Now this is the another example we have taken. Right now the value of count is 0. We are just placing it with the value now. This is just an example. Now we have made a flowchart with the help of the example. This is we have taken a value count. This is the initialization and declaration of the variable. We have given the condition your value 0 will be printed till it does not becomes 5. Then what is to be printed? Hello Python. Then we will write count plus equal to 1. 0 will become 1. Second time it becomes 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. It is less than 5. As it becomes 5, the condition is false. We will come in this section and this program is executed. Terminated. This is the example. Now we will be discussing about for loop. The third, two types of loopings are there. Now the third type of looping is for loop. You can give the condition, initialization and increment or decrement in the variable in a same statement. That is the for loop. In the for loop, repeats until a specified condition evaluates to false. The JavaScript for loop is similar to the Java and C for loop. Its statement looks like initialization, condition and after through. After through means increment and decrement in the variable will be done in this part. So we have given the value. A value is given by the user demo. Then let I equals to 1, semicolon, I is less than equals to 5, then semicolon I plus plus. Earlier in the do while, we have done while and in do while. In both the types of looping, we have done these three phases in the different steps, and they have done in a single line. Okay. Now increment will be done and value will be printed. Now again we are discussing about get element by ID method. This method is most frequently used to get the element. So we are discussing, this is the method of document interface which returns a value object representing the value, those property matches the specified string, since the element id are required to be unique if they are specified. They are a useful way to get the access to a specific elements quickly. So basically the get element by id method is used for accepting the value and storing it in a variable in the session. Now we have one more example for this. Value is given there, I, and loop will be working till I is less than or equal to 5. We started with this curly braces, then this is the output, and then we have I plus plus. I plus plus is the way of increasing value one by one and one. It can be done like this, I plus 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 I. What is the difference between them? First of all, the value of I will be printed and then it will be increased. Like suppose right now the value of I is 1. So if we are writing I plus plus, then 1 will be printed on the screen, then it will be increased. Now it becomes 2. If here we are writing plus plus I, then whatever is the value in I will be incremented first and then it will be printed. So it is known as pre-incremented and post-incremented. These are the basic concepts of programming. They are logically very useful in a specific cases. Sometimes you want value to be increased first and to be printed. In such a cases, you can write this plus plus I. First your value will be incremented, then it will be printed. And in this case, value will be printed first and then increment will be done. So this is the pre-increment and this is the post increment. This is the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and with the why we are coming on this new line with the help of this BR tag. BR tag is every time used for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this printing. So now in this way you will get the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and every time the output is on the new line because we are using BR tag after every printing statement. So in this way we can do different types of looping in the JavaScript. Looping is basically used for printing these statements repeatedly. So that's all for today's session. We have done all types of looping in this. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.